What is up, everybody? George's Vinyl and More, coming back to give you guys another video today. I know it's been a while since my last upload. Just been pretty busy, had some different things going on. Last week I had my college spring break, and had a few other things I had to take care of as well. So today, thought I'd come back to give you guys my top 10 songs of all time. Thought it'd be a good idea to do this next. Obviously, I've already covered my favorite albums and my favorite bands. So I think this was a logical next step to go with, because a lot of these songs come from those artists, come from a lot of those albums. So yeah, I thought this would be a good idea to give you guys this. So yeah, I got 10 songs here. I'm going to go 10 to 1. And after I give you guys my number 2, I'm going to rattle off 3 honorable mentions that just couldn't quite make the cut, but they're sitting right outside the top 10. And then after I give you guys those, I'll go into my number 1 pick. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it here. There's just one song from each respective artist that made the list. Didn't want any repeats or anything like that. So yeah, with that being said, coming in at number 10 from Led Zeppelin, I got In the Light off of the Physical Graffiti record, which came out in 1975. Favorite Zeppelin song. It's between 7 and 8 minutes. It's pretty long by Led Zeppelin standards. Starts off pretty slow and creepy with some cool keys and different organs and things like that from John Paul Jones. Before it kicks into a great Jimmy Page guitar riff. This is also one of Robert Plant's best vocal performances. Absolutely love him on this track. And obviously, as always, John Bonham's drumming is going to be amazing. It is on this song as well. So yeah, favorite Zeppelin song, In the Light. That comes in at number 10. Number 9, another one of my favorite bands. This came out in 1983 as part of the Peace of Mind record. I'm talking about Iron Maiden's Where Eagles Dare. First song on the album, kicks it off in such a badass way. Obviously starts off with those great drums and bass before it kicks into a great guitar riff. And this is my favorite Bruce Dickinson vocal performance. Absolutely love him on this track, especially in the chorus where he sings the Where Eagles Dare. Just so majestic, great metal song, galloping, heavy, love it. Everything you want from a Maiden tune. So yeah, I got Where Eagles Dare off of Peace of Mind coming in at number 9. Number 8, it's really tough picking a song from this artist. There's so many good ones, but had to come down to this one. Black Sabbath off of their Sabotage record, which came out in 1976. Had to go with Megalomania. Excuse me. But yeah, Megalomania. Absolutely love this song. Also a pretty long song. I think it's between 9 and 10 minutes, somewhere in that range. But, just so badass. Starts off slow, kind of like the Zeppelin tune, with some different keyboards, and Ozzy's kind of singing this spooky vocal before it kicks into just such a great riff. One of my favorite riffs of all time from Tony Iommi. And then you get the kind of Black Sabbath that you would expect after the, I think it's like a 2-3 minute intro. Great song. Been my favorite Sabbath song for a couple years now. But yeah, Megalomania. A lot of people, this is very overlooked Sabbath tune. I was thinking about going with Snowblind, Children of the Grave, even some of the Dio stuff, Heaven and Hell, but ultimately I had to go with Megalomania, and that comes in at number 8. Number 7, another one of my favorite bands that I've talked about on this channel, Thin Lizzy, and this was also super hard to pick a favorite song from them. Thought about going with Johnny from Johnny the Fox, or maybe something from Thunder and Lightning, but I had to go with For Those Who Love to Live, which came out in 1975, and it's on my favorite Lizzy record, which is Fighting. This is kind of a slower, more mellow tune, but I think that's when Phil shined the most, with his great songwriting. But yeah, just a great storytelling song, great vocals. Love the twin guitars from Bravo and Gorham, and Brian Downey, super underrated drummer. He's all over this track, making things interesting in the percussion section. So yeah, love this tune. Favorite Lizzy song, For Those Who Love to Live, from Fighting. That comes in at number 7. Number 6, had to get UFO on here. And favorite UFO song, again, there's a few other ones that are, pretty close, but had to go with this one, Rock Bottom, which came out in 1974 on off the album Phenomenon, first album with guitar legend Michael Schenker. But obviously, I think if you want to hear the best version of this song, my favorite version is off of the live record Strangers in the Night from 1979. I thought live UFO just kicked it up a million notches, and especially with this song Rock Bottom. Phil Mogg, great vocals, terrific guitar lick to start off the tune from Michael Schenker, and also just one of the best guitar solos of all time in the last few minutes there. So I had to go with Rock Bottom from UFO from 1974, but if you really want to hear the definitive version, at least in my opinion, you gotta listen to the version off Strangers in the Night, the live record. So yeah, that comes in at number 6. Number 5, these top 5 songs were all pretty hard to put in order. Number 5, no shocker, another one of my favorite bands, Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow or Rainbow, and had to go with the song Stargazer from the Rising record. Favorite Rainbow record, Stargazer, favorite Rainbow song by a country mile. Absolutely love it. Ronnie James Dio on this tune, one of his best vocal performances. Absolutely majestic. Just one of the best voices of all time. Rest in peace, Ronnie. But yeah, you got everything you want from a Rainbow song in this. Great Blackmore guitar riff and solo. Tony Carey, great keyboard textures and different things he's doing there. Strings in the chorus, very kind of neoclassical, which is what Rainbow was known for. But yeah, love it. Obviously, Cozy Powell starts the tune off with that great double bass drum fill. But yeah, he's all over the track. The whole band just on fire. Had to go with Stargazer from 1976, coming in at number 5. Number 4, my second favorite band of all time, Uriah Heep. This was probably the hardest to pick a tune from Heep. So many good ones. Had to go with The Spell, last song off of Demons and Wizards, which came out in 1972. Love it. Also a pretty long song. Starts off with the kind of different, kind of funky. You got the Ken Hensley playing some almost like a swing part on his keyboards there, but the middle is really where David Byron shines. It kind of slows down. You get a long guitar solo, slide guitar solo from Mick Box, and then David Byron in the last few minutes of this song really shows why he's my favorite singer ever. Great vocal performance, love it. So yeah, The Spell coming in at number 4 from Uriah Heep. Number 3, getting into the top 3 here, my favorite band ever. I really wanted to put this song at 1, but there's just no denying the genius of my first and second picks on this list. But had to go with Deep Purple, Burn from 1974, the title track from the Burn album. Not my favorite lineup of the band. With obviously this is with Coverdale and Hughes, but yeah, this has always been my favorite Deep Purple song. Just imagine joining a band and then this is the first record you put out and this is the first song that the public hears. So kick-ass. Obviously the Ritchie Blackmore guitar riff, which the song is based around, and Ian Pace's drums on this. Super technical, super complex. But yeah, the vocals from Coverdale as well as Hughes, off the charts. Ritchie Blackmore with a burning guitar solo. John Lord, burning keyboard solo. Everything you want from a Deep Purple song, it's in there. Obviously, Ian Gillan's not on the track, which is my favorite singer that the band ever had, but there's still no denying Burn. Favorite Deep Purple song, and that comes in at number 3 of all time for me. So number 2, a prog song. There had to be a prog song on here. Well, there's going to be another one, spoiler alert, but had to go with Genesis, Supper's Ready, off of my beloved Foxtrot album from 1972. Obviously, I think it's 23 minutes and some change. Takes up almost all of side 2 of the record, but love it. It just takes you through so many different soundscapes and different time signatures, and it's basically just like 5 songs in one if you really break it down. But Peter Gabriel's character on this song is absolutely incredible. Just takes you through all of these moods, peaks and valleys. it's just great. And then it wraps it all up in the end in such a beautiful way. So I had to go with Genesis, Supper's Ready. At number 2, I got a soft spot in my heart for big, long, progressive rock epics. And yeah, that, you just can't deny the genius of it. So I had to go with Supper's Ready at 2. So before I get into my number 1 here, I'll give you guys my next 3 up outside of my top 10, which are basically, like the honorable mentions of this list. Coming in at number 11, really wanted to get a Whitesnake song on this list, but just couldn't quite do it. We got "Crying in the Rain" '87 version from the 1987 Whitesnake record. Obviously, they did it earlier on Saints and Sinners, but I think the '87 version is a lot better, a lot more intense, more metallic, super cool stuff. David Coverdale's vocals on it. One of my favorite performances, screaming up a storm all over it. So much emotion in his voice. John Sykes' guitars are burning. Love it. Had to go with "Crying in the Rain" for my first honorable mention. Next honorable mention, I'm going to go with my favorite song from American prog rock legends Kansas. I'm going to go with "Portrait," parentheses, "He Knew," from the Point of No Return record, which came out in 1977, I believe. Yeah, just great. Really cool, kind of intense intro, strings, keyboard, everything you want, violin, and then Steve Walsh in his bag on this one. Love it. Love Steve Walsh as a singer, and I think this is one of his, if not his best moment. Excuse me. But yeah, "Portrait," parentheses, "He Knew," had to make the honorable mentions list. And my last honorable mention, I'm going to go with my favorite tune from Jimi Hendrix, the last song off of his 1967 release, "Axis Bold as Love," and I'm going to go with the title track, "Bold as Love." It's one of the more slower Hendrix songs. It's not as heavy as some of his other ones that, I love so much, but just so much emotion in his voice on this one, and the guitar solo that tail ends the track is absolutely genius. No one was doing stuff like that back in '67. So yeah, I had to go with "Bold as Love." So what could be my number 1? I kind of spoiled it earlier. I said there'd be another prog rock epic later in the list, and it has to be "Yes," "Close to the Edge," from the album "Close to the Edge" that came out in 1972. 3 songs on this list came out in '72, which is my favorite year in music. But yeah, "Close to the Edge," what can you say? Supper's Ready and "Close to the Edge" have always, they kind of flip with each other between 1 and 2, but I think I do like "Close to the Edge" just a little bit better. John Anderson's vocals on this, out of this world. Obviously, he co-wrote the song with Steve Howe, and it was originally, I think it's 4 songs that they had recorded separately and kind of pieced together to make this one just grandiose song. And I believe it's 17 minutes and some change, so pretty long. But I urge all of you, if you kind of, if you don't have the patience for these long sort of songs, just sit through "Supper's Ready," sit through "Close to the Edge," the whole thing, start to end. It's just so rewarding. Both of them just end in such a beautiful way. "Close to the Edge" brings all the elements back from earlier in the song. Bill Bruford's drumming on it, genius. Chris Squire's bass, genius. It can't be anything but "Close to the Edge." My favorite song ever. From 1972, the "Yes, Close to the Edge" title track from the "Close to the Edge" record. Absolutely love it. Had to be number 1. So going back from 10 up to 1, we got Led Zeppelin's "In the Light." Number 9, Iron Maiden, "Where Eagles Dare." Number 8, Black Sabbath, "Megalomania." Number 7, Thin Lizzy, "For Those Who Love to Live." Number 6, UFO, "Rock Bottom." Number 5, Rainbow, "Stargazer." Number 4, Uriah Heep, "The Spell." Number 3, Deep Purple with "Burn." Number 2, Genesis, "Supper's Ready." And number 1, Yes, "Close to the Edge." Hope you enjoyed my list. I urge all of you to go check out these songs. I really enjoy them a lot. As you can probably tell, they made my top 10 list. But yeah, go check them out. Let me know what you thought of my list down below, and leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And again, sorry for the lack of content. I'm going to start putting out stuff more regularly. Just been pretty busy. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and catch you guys next time.